piece of art that turns from Santa to Jesus in 120 seconds.
Beth Gully introduces us to her book, The Other Side of Christmas, and she's actually going to show us how she does this. Beth, it's great to meet you. Thanks for coming in.
It's great to meet you too. Thanks for having me.
So first, what is an ambigram for people who don't know?
An ambigram is a picture that you can turn upside down or invert it to become something different. Sometimes it's the same thing.
Okay.
Very
You've
cool.
done that with Santa and Jesus.
Yes, I have.
How'd you get the idea to do it?
I was working on my Christmas card that year, and I got the impression to do it. Not a picture, but just the thought. And I thought, oh, that'll never work because, you know, Santa has a beard and a hat and all this. And by the time I get done with what you'll see in a minute, it all came together, and it surprised me as much as it does anybody else today. So,
did you have it in your mind to, you know, bring the focus back a little bit toward Jesus? Because, and I'm not talking just about, you know, everybody only thinking about Santa Claus, but, you know, the commercialization and all that kind of stuff at Christmas people get into. Was that there, or was it strictly an artistic thing?
I had a huge faith step that year, and so when I went to design my card that year, I actually prayed first, and that's when it came to me. So there's no doubt that God's all over it.
Oh, wow. So, okay, so get started on the picture. You're going to show us how you do Santa and Jesus in one drawing, and you can actually do this in less than 2 minutes?
Yes.
I'm sort of amazed that you told us we can keep talking to you as you do this. I can't even tie my shoes and speak to people at the same time.
Me too. And we saw those examples in the book, so like stockings become the wise men.
Right. And that was one of the first ones that I did when I had the idea to do the book. I thought, well, you can't have a book without the traditional picture of stockings hanging on the mantle. And I sketched it on a napkin in a restaurant, and when I flipped it upside down, my jaw hit the floor. And so I thought, well, you can't make a book with one picture. So then I drew a squiggly line and an arc in the sky to be Santa flying over, you know, the horizon. And I flipped it upside down, and I saw Mary and Joseph traveling to Bethlehem. And I thought, if I can do this in under 5 minutes, I think there's a book to be made.
Now, have you tried this with any other stories yet, or just with this one?
Not yet, but I am actually working on an Easter book now.
Okay.
So hopefully,
and this is really catching on, this book, right?
Yes, it's doing really, really well. I'm in Canada now. I'm in 10 states and 61 local stores. I don't have a publisher yet, so I just make phone calls. And you know,
that's amazing.
Yeah, so we're sort of jaw dropped over here a little bit. Let me ask you this: is this, I mean, artwork, that kind of thing, has that always been your focus, your career-wise and everything else? Okay.
I'm a graphic designer by trade,
and
I design logos. And when you do a logo, you have to bring everything down to its lowest common denominator to communicate a message about a business. And so I think that's probably why I can do this.
Yeah. So see, I'm already looking at it like, you know what I mean, turn my head. I want to,
so you can see that you can see clearly that's Santa.
It's Santa.
Can we turn it over?
Absolutely.
All right, I'll help you.
Thank you.
You can turn it over. And it's Jesus.
I love it.
Celebrating his birthday tomorrow.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
That's great.
Now, what do you want to do for Easter, do you think? You got the Easter bunny.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe the Ascension. The Ascension and the bunny, yeah. And I already have one picture idea for the book. Can I share it real quick?
Sure.
Yeah, please.
Okay, picture a hill, and you have 3 crosses at the top.
Yeah.
Big, long shadows coming down.
Sure.
You turn it upside down, and you have 3 kids flying kites.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
See, my brain, it's so hard, my brain just does not work like that. But then you show it to me, and it's
and thank goodness there are people who have brains
whose
like
brains
that.
do work that way. That's right.
Thank you.
Thank you
so much.
Really, really great stuff. I got a feeling as you continue to make phone calls, people are going to start calling you. I have a feeling.
The Other Side of Christmas is the name of the book. Thank you, Beth. Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.